Welcome to this video on last night's event, Anthony Joshua versus Daniel Dubois. Dubois beating Joshua inside the 5th round. But overall the fight was absolutely dominated by Daniel Dubois. Pretty much I think round 5 would have been scored 10-8 as well. Only one other round wasn't scored 10-8, which I think was a 10-9 still to Dubois. So Joshua lost every round in that fight from round 1, got dropped, and it just went downhill from there. It was really quite a poor performance from AJ. So really, I'm just going to take you through the fight quite quickly. Dubois taking the centre early, gets a couple good hooks in early. AJ gets caught by the jab, which was very fast all night from Dubois, and it's not the technical jab of trying to set something up. It's a powerful straight hand with that front jabbing hand, and it's very powerful, and just catches him. Right hand drops him, ending the round really 10-8 straight away. Round 1, round 2, Dubois going at him early, and this was the whole point. Dubois just, as soon as he started getting success, AJ didn't get the respect back, and this is what happens when you get dropped early. Dubois is hungry. You're still rattled in heavyweight. Boxing, it's very difficult to get your legs back under you. It does take a while, and especially when you're getting caught every round in some which way. And AJ's making these mistakes of just backing up basically straight. So he's seeing a punch coming, he's going back and his head's going up, chin perfectly in range for Dubois, touching him with an overhand. It's really poor, to be honest. It is very basic errors AJ was making on some of these things where he's getting caught. Not so basic errors on some parts, but overall, when you're making these small errors, you're going to make bigger errors as well. And these small errors aren't helping you. You're getting touched up by a jab. You're getting wobbled constantly. You're not moving out of the way of punches. When you are moving out of the way of punches or trying to, sometimes you are getting out of the way of them, but your chin straight up in the air, you're moving backwards high up, basically moving your head up with your chin flying upwards. You're going to get caught when Dubois is rushing in, and it's not the way to defend yourself when someone's trying to push you back and rush you like Dubois was with hooks. Round 2, very similar. That was the only, I gave that a 10-9. Going for him early, AJ needs to clinch, get the recovery. Jab gets to AJ. AJ is very rocked, and punch getting into him, wobbled again. Great jab for Dubois. I mean, that's the only one where I actually gave it a 10-9 in this fight. Round 3, shots getting off, wobbles AJ again. Just awful display from AJ, really. Great display from Dubois, getting that jab out there, powerful jab. And once he got him, he never allowed AJ to recover enough to get him in there. AJ did catch him in that 5th round near the end, and that's what caused Dubois to go backwards, but knew that actually when AJ's coming at him, makes a mistake, goes for him too fast, he's wobbled, he's not really thinking straight. I think that's part of the problem. Goes for him, gets caught, and that's it. And it was a really bad drop, to be honest with you. Face first into the ground, and AJ tried to get back up, and his legs and arms which weren't working correctly. His head's just like flopping on the canvas. His trainer comes in, stops the fight basically for the referee. I knew he wasn't going to get up, but straight away it looked bad. That KO TKO, AJ was totally rocked. His body wasn't working correctly after that punch, where his head's sliding across the canvas as he's trying to pull himself up. Awful. And for AJ's level to be beaten like this, where does he go next? Because I think, look, it's a very big struggle to say that, look, there is a level above Dubois. There is the Fury, there is the Usyk. Hrgovic gave Dubois a good showing. Miller stayed in the fight the whole way with Dubois. So to say, look, AJ, you've won 5 rounds and you've been 10-8'd for 4 of them. If that 5th round was scored, it would be a 10-8 again. Or likelihood if he got back up, Dubois is just going to go for him. there's only one round out of the 4 that I'd actually score a 10-9 for Dubois, and the rest are 10-8. So, I mean, that's a dominant display. You're meant to be one of the best. You're meant to be up there with Usyk. You're meant to be up there with Fury. Are you still at that level? I don't know. I think it's very tough for AJ to come back from this. I think he does have a rematch clause in his contract with Dubois. Does AJ take it? I think he has to recover his career, because where does he go from here? Does he start fighting people again and try and build it up again? He hasn't got time in his career. He hasn't got time to get back to that top level without actually losing something due to age, due to, you only have so many fights in your career. You're taking punches all the time. You're taking, punches in camps and things before a fight. You only have a limited amount of time now, AJ. He has to go for the Dubois rematch if it is on the table. He has to go for it. He has to get that fight. And if he doesn't, and that could be due to how rocked he was in that fight, I don't know what he does. Does he go down to a Hrgovic and try and beat him or whatever? And I think it's tough for him, to be honest. I think he needs to avenge that loss to get back up to where he needs to be, which is the Fury Usyk, and he needs that Fury fight. How many years have we been wanting, either the Wilder fight, which could happen now. That's one fight that could happen. If he doesn't go for the Dubois rematch straight away because of, maybe he wants time off, that Wilder fight could be made. And this is the one scenario where we thought, it's not going to happen now. AJ's going to carry on upwards. Wilder's out of it, sort of thing. There are two massive names. Both have quite, losses that got him out that top contender title. And if AJ's first choice should definitely be go for that Dubois fight, but if he doesn't, there is another big payday with Wilder right there sitting waiting. And I did think after this fight, straight away, what's he going to do now? Okay, yes, get that rematch if he can do. If it's in the contract and he physically can do it, he's not going to be still hurt to get that rematch. Yeah, go do it. But if he is, and he needs a bit of time, Wilder is there, and there's a big payday for two fighters who are sort of going off to go, well, I don't know who I'm going to fight, but it needs to be a big payday because of the name, because of the, how much I've done in the sport. Both give each other a big payday and bring as much, UK, US, it'll be an amazing fight. It will sell many, many views, pay-per-views, many tickets. It'll sell enough. Everyone will want the money from that fight, and it gives them both a chance to get back up there again. So we could see that. That would be an incredible fight. I do think we see Dubois versus a loser out of Usyk and Fury. To be honest, I don't think AJ comes straight back against Dubois. I think he has to try it, but I think it would be a bit of a mistake, and it could cause him to retire straight after if he does lose that. So I do see Dubois facing Fury if he does lose, or Usyk if he does lose this title fight. But the AJ Wilder fight that everyone thought was gone, hey, it's coming back to that table, and it seems to be matching up quite well. And look, that gives Dubois another fight to fight someone, and whoever loses out of that is the person who fights the Wilder AJ fight winner. And it just brings everyone back to the table of going, look, there's a bit of, there's some big names ready to fight, there's some big fights going on, and there's some great fights that could be made right here, right now, in that heavyweight division. Dubois, great fight, did amazing, has really stepped up, beating AJ, but overall, do I think he's at the level of Fury or Usyk? I don't think so, but I think he is increasing his ability, he's doing well, he's always in there, even when he's hurt or been hurt, and he can do this sort of thing where he absolutely dominates a great fighter in AJ. AJ did make mistakes in that fight, but all credit for Dubois, forcing him to make them mistakes. Getting out, hitting him early, getting him off his feet, getting him stumbled early, causing him to make more mistakes. Incredible game plan to, keep on him. Did sort of rush in, but didn't rush too badly where he actually got started getting AJ back into the fight. Yes, in that fifth round he may have been caught, but he managed to back off, wait for the counter, got the counter and got him out of there, and was in quite incredible mindset from Dubois. to go, look, I'm not giving everything. I need to be round after round putting something on him, and he did that, and it was an amazing display from Daniel Dubois, who I do think is going to get a massive payday against Fury next. Other fights on the card, Shiraz obviously did an incredible display in that fight. As I sort of thought, Shiraz, incredible fighter, was going to get a quick victory and did. Joshua Dubois did very well against Willie Hutchinson, dropped him twice in a split decision, which was decent. Willie Hutchinson did well as well, but Dubois got him out of there in the end of it. Chiesa versus Josh Warrington did very well. Warrington, I think, actually did very well in that fight, to be honest, keeping it on the inside, keeping them punches going, and a lot of the time Warrington early, especially them early rounds, was doing very well to that body, doing a lot better, and it really did look like Warrington could get the win. He didn't in the end by decision, but I think that's the thing. Anthony should have done a bit better on that fight. Warrington did well to keep the clinch going, the inside fighting, but Anthony should never allowed it, kept it at range, and when he did that later on in the rounds, kept the jab out there, kept the range, he did get the win. Warrington, I think, he's a good fighter and has showed he can hang in there with some great opposition, and he'll get a good fight, I think, after this. So yeah, please let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. What do you think is AJ's next fight? What do you think Dubois' next fight is? Let me know your favourite fight on the card. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.